pretty quick. I was quite impressed with that. Quite surprisingly impressed. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'll bring you an E38 7 Series from the 90s. This car belongs to a friend of mine, Mandeep, who recently I did a vlog on his Z3M, and I'll put that video at the bottom of this video in case you've not seen that. He's just recently picked this car up. I pinched the keys off him because I really wanted to do a video on this car, because again, you don't see many of these cars on the UK roads. The best thing about this car is that it's a 740i, which means it's a V8, 4.4 V8, and it's not an LPG conversion, which makes this car really special. Come on guys, let's go and have a look at it. So the first thing that you got to really take in is the sheer size of this car. This car is about 5 meters long, it's about 2 meters wide. You know, that on a UK road, it's absolutely massive. I mean, I've driven some big cars. I mean, I've had like a 5 Series before and an E-Class before that, but this, it's absolutely massive. It's not even a long wheelbase, you know, for instance. And the badge on the back, the 740, is right true to its name. You know, it's 4.4 V8, and that V8 is an absolute gem. I mean, the condition of this car, the bodywork, needs a little bit of TLC. It's got some age-related marks, which is fairly minor, to be honest with you, because that engine has only done 77,000 miles. In my opinion, it's probably not even bedded in. But it's a one-owner car. The interior is completely spotless, which we're going to go over in a bit. But the sheer size of this car, it's amazing. You got to be in my shoes here to actually take in that size. Check the size of this bonnet out. We will lift up that bonnet to look at that V8. So this 740i is finished in a tan leather, and as you'd expect from a car of this era, you know, it comes with full electric pack, windows, seats, lumbar support, and even these headrests. Look at that, from 1996. Amazing. Finished in tan with a walnut dash. You know, this car doesn't have sat nav, hence why it comes with a mandatory A to Z. It doesn't have Bluetooth, hence why it comes with the inbuilt phone system, and it's not even cordless. The interior of this car has really stood up to the test of time. It feels as solid as it did from the day it left the factory back in '96. You know, you've got the classic BMW dials, you've got this nice leather steering wheel, which has got the audio controls on this side and the cruise control, etc. on that side. A 5-speed Steptronic gearbox. And check this out for originality, it's got the original kind of sticker. I'll let you read that. So guys, let's go and have a look at that V8 under the bonnet. So there you go guys, that's the 4.4 V8 BMW style. So this engine produces about 286 brake horsepower. Might not sound like a lot in this kind of day and age when, you know, you got my M140i from a 3-litre straight 6 turbo producing 340, but for its day, and trust me, the way this thing drives, completely effortless. And that V8 purr, you can't beat a V8 purr. No matter what engine you've got, the V8 is a V8 at the end of the day. And again, 77,000 miles, 20 odd years old, and look at how clean it looks. Amazing. So guys, what I'm going to do now is take this beast for a drive, just to give us an idea of what this 20-odd-year-old car drives like on those kind of back roads. I've just noticed that I'm wearing a tan leather jacket. It wasn't intentional. I just realised that it actually blends really nicely with this tan leather interior. The first thing that you really notice when you get behind the wheel of this 740 4.4 V8 is how smooth this engine really is. It's smoother than my brand new M140i 3-litre straight 6, you know, and this is a 20-year-old car with about 77,800 miles on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to drive around the sort of back roads and the country lanes that I normally drive my M140i and my previous Type R, etc. not to gauge how quick this car is, but how this actually copes on those kind of twisty roads, you know, for a car that's 5 meters long. So as you can see, you know, the car pulls away really well, really strongly as well. It's quite an effortless car to drive actually. You know, you can get really comfortable. You know, you've got probably like 12-way adjustable seats, a real nice driving position even in this 7 Series. You know, every sort of comfort creature that you could possibly have from the 90s. A really nice steering feel, really nice steering wheel as well. You know, leather sort of wrapped. It's driving along this country lane, you know, really well. I mean, you know, let's admit it, it's not gonna, you know, handle these corners like a sports hatch or anything like that. But for a big executive saloon, it's actually taking them quite well. There's obviously a body roll, but there's not a huge amount of body roll that, you know, it makes you like feel like you need to, you know, ease off or anything. But it is quite a wide car for these tight country lanes. You know, driving at like say 50 miles an hour, ticking over 1500 revs, you know, the car's hardly breaking a sweat, and it's just, you know, swafting me along, you know, with ease. It's actually quite amazing. Right, what I'm going to do here is do an acceleration. 3, 2, 1, go. Man, the car actually gives you a real push at the back as well there. I mean, that is reasonably quick. Well, it'll easily keep up with a modern day car, you know, no doubt about it. And that was not even in sports mode, that was just in normal drive. I didn't put the foot down all the way, and the car literally just launched itself in a way. That's pretty quick. I was quite impressed with that. Quite surprisingly impressed. Did not expect this car to actually get down the road like the way it just did then. It bounces around a little bit, you know, that's obviously because it's got those really high profile tyres. It's got a soft suspension setup. That's expected, and to be honest with you, that's exactly what this car's set up to be like. Flick it into sports mode and take these corners. Obviously there's a bit of body roll, you know, that's expected from a car that's probably weighing about 2 tons, I don't know, 5 meters long, 2 meters wide. You're gonna get some body roll, aren't you? And what you don't have with this car is like flappy paddles. You know, that was a feature that I don't think really came into like the mainstream cars in the 90s. I mean, you can obviously change the gear manually from the lever itself, but in a car like this, do you really want to, you know, you just want to stick into drive and just let the car do its thing and just waft you along to, you know, wherever you want to go, you know, in complete comfort. So guys, what do I think of this 740i then as a car, as a 20-year-old car? Well, this particular model, you know, really lives up to what the 740i is. It's not an LPG conversion. It's true to its name. It's got the nice V8 up front with about 280 horsepower. You know, BMW style, that's probably a little, you know, understated, I guess. It's a gem of an engine. You know, there's no doubt about it. You know, it gets down the road really well. It's got ample amounts of power, and that's you know, mainly because this car's probably been like, you know, serviced really well, which I'm sure he has, because otherwise my mate wouldn't have bought it, because he's very particular with the cars that he buys, especially like, you know, you saw the review that I did of the Z3M. He's very particular, so he would have only bought this car if it really, you know, was serviced, and like, you know, he knew the owner who owned this car since 96. So, you know, this particular model is a real example of what the 740s from the 90s should be like. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I brought you a little bit of nostalgia from the 90s. Like, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Hopefully I'll see you guys on my next vid, because I need to go and fuel this thing up now, because it's a 4.4 V8 and it drinks like there's no tomorrow. Take care guys.